In the showdown between India and Pakistan, let's break down the battle today and see how technology and tactics have allowed the armed forces of these two nations to stand out. Air Combat Showdown. Let's begin with the aerial combatants. On India's side, we have the Rafale jet plus Meteor missile combo. Sounds impressive, right? After all, it's French-made, costing over $100 million per jet, equipped with one of the most powerful air-to-air missiles in Europe. But the issue is, its range is only 120 kilometers. On Pakistan's side, we have the China-Pakistan joint venture, the JF-17 Block 3, alongside the Chinese-exported J-10CE, armed with the PL-15 missile. This missile has a range of up to 145 kilometers, and it's often dubbed the ultimate weapon for beyond visual range combat. The Rafale might get locked on before it even sees the enemy. Looking at the main fighter jets, India has 270 Su-30 MKIs, which sounds like a powerful fleet, but in reality the technology is outdated, relying on passive phased array radars. Meanwhile, the JF-17 Block 3 is equipped with China's KLJ-7A active phased array radar, boasting detection range starting at 150 kilometers. To put it simply, one is a relic from the Nokia era while the other is an iPhone. Systematic warfare? India operates the A-50 AWACS, but there's a problem. The data link between the A-50, Su-30, Rafale, and MiG-29 is like trying to connect computers with different operating systems. Communication isn't smooth and efficiency is lacking. On the other hand, Pakistan not only uses the Chinese ZDK-03 AWACS but also has a fully integrated system for electronic warfare and data linking. In the 2025 Kashmir conflict, Pakistan used this whole systematic coordination to wipe out India's drone swarm in one fell swoop. Information sharing, battlefield coordination, missile coverage, this is the real air combat package. Stealth versus anti-stealth. The Rafale is stealthier than the older Su-30, but it's only partially stealthy. Its radar cross-section is about 1.2 square meters, roughly the size of a door. On the other hand, the J-10CE, with its specially designed intake and composite materials, reduces its radar cross-section to below 0.6 square meters, the size of a tablet. Add to that the longer-range PL-15 missile and the J-10CE can essentially say, while you're still searching for me, I've already launched. Aircraft carrier versus missiles. India has poured vast resources into building its indigenous aircraft carrier, the Vikrant, aiming to dominate the Indian Ocean. But there's a catch: the sea isn't a one-player game. Pakistan's 054 AP frigates are equipped with the CM-302 missile, which is supersonic, with a range of 290 kilometers and a flight speed of Mach 3. This missile heads straight for the core of the aircraft carrier strike zone. India counters with the Barak 8 air defense missile, which travels at a speed of Mach 2. But the real question is, can it intercept the CM-302? Submarine Showdown. Next, let's talk about submarines. India's Kilo-class submarines were meant to be a formidable presence but are often plagued with issues such as leaking, smoking, and system malfunctions, rendering them almost incapable of being deployed in combat. Meanwhile, Pakistan has introduced the Chinese-made Hangar-class AIP submarine, also known as the Ghost Ship. It can silently lurk underwater for up to 3 weeks, with engines emitting almost no noise. The Hangar can also launch the Babur 3 cruise missile, which has a range of 700 kilometers, allowing it to strike deep into Indian territory with pinpoint accuracy. Aircraft carrier blockade versus naval guerrilla warfare, the reality of asymmetric warfare. India plans to use its aircraft carrier to blockade Pakistan's coastline, and on paper this looks imposing. However, let's not forget that Pakistan has the strategic backing of China's satellite surveillance and the deep-water strategic depth of Gwadar Port. Combined with the CM-302 missile and submarine fleets, Pakistan is ready to play the naval guerrilla warfare game. Army combat breakdown. In modern ground warfare, artillery is no longer about who has the loudest boom, it's about who can strike and vanish quickly. Pakistan's SH-15 truck-mounted artillery is impressively mobile. It can deploy, fire, and relocate all within 10 minutes, quick and clean. India's K-9 self-propelled artillery, while looking impressive, requires a whole hour for deployment. By the time it's ready to fire, it might already have its coordinates locked by the enemy. In April 2025, Pakistan urgently deployed 432 SH-15 units to the front lines, a process so fast it could be described as delivering rocket artillery by truck, faster than a takeaway delivery. Tank battles are a crucial part of ground warfare. India's T-90S tanks may look tough with their Soviet heritage, but they're equipped with outdated fire control systems, which make them slower to respond. Pakistan's VT-4 is a new generation Chinese main battle tank, featuring a 125mm smoothbore gun and composite armor. Its integrated firepower and protection systems outclass India's tanks by a wide margin. In a border clash in 2024, the VT-4 achieved a 4-to-1 kill ratio in a tank-on-tank encounter, meaning one VT-4 destroyed 4 Indian tanks. This wasn't a video game scenario, it was real combat. India has the Hellfire missile, priced at $1.4 million per shot, which sounds like the tank killer. But does expensive always mean effective? Pakistan, on the other hand, pulls out the Red Arrow 8, a domestic missile costing only $60,000 per shot. It's fast, affordable, and ideal for a saturation attack strategy. At a cost ratio of 30-to-1, Pakistan can launch 30 Red Arrow 8 missiles for the price of just one Hellfire. And remember, missiles aren't for museums, they're for war. Cheap doesn't mean ineffective, and the Red Arrow 8 can easily turn tanks into scrap. In conclusion, while India possesses powerful weapon systems, Pakistan has successfully created asymmetric strikes in multiple areas through affordable yet highly effective weapons. It's clear that in the battlefield, it's not just about who spends more, it's about who is smarter with their tactics.